how we doing tonight on another version of The Tonight Show with Sportswire Radio? And you know the drill. You've seen some of these shows the last 2 weeks or so, and we get 10 minutes for a guest, maybe 15, and we talk about a number of different topics. Last night's show was certainly, well, we ran the gauntlet. We had a who's who of people, and I expect no less tonight. I am your voice, figuratively and literally, where all wrestling matters, all King's X matters, the Reverend Tom Bryce. And thank you so much, everybody here, for tuning in. We expect a slew of guests. And if you are here in the chat, you want to come on down and speak to me, you get 10 minutes. And I see my buddy Silas Walker. I maybe I won't bring up the Indianapolis Colts, but I do want to say hello also to our good friends Remy Roberts, who I'm sure will probably be here in a few minutes and onto the stream, and Mr. Rocky Texas Red himself. Yeah, I think we're going to be talking some TPW in a little while because James Taylor will be talking here about Nathaniel Rage. We'll be playing his promo as well, so we're going to definitely talk about that. But if you're here in the chat, you want to say hi, you want to talk about something that's on your mind, let me know. And also, if you are on Instagram, give us a follow at the Sports Report 2021. If you're also on TikTok, I'm at Sportswire Radio, Facebook at Sportswire Radio, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You can catch us via the Listen Live button on sportswireradio.org. And yeah, do you like the Daniel Jones signing? I mean, do you like it? I mean, I was listening to something the other day, and I think if you could make the prototypical Indianapolis Colts quarterback, at least from a look standpoint, if you took, I think it's Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, and you took maybe, I guess, Joe Flacco, it all combines into Daniel Jones. I don't know if that's the case, but maybe we'll talk about that. Who knows? But we'll get James Taylor on here in a little while. I want to get to some other people first. We'll certainly slow burn that because I know he's going to talk his TPW return to the ring. So if you're here, you want to say something for a few minutes, you're more than welcome to. And tomorrow, I'm going to be on here Friday night, not once, but twice. We're going to have on the one and only Darkron to celebrate his birthday. So I'm sure some of the usuals here you'll see. And I think the Giants made Jones look worse than he is. Yeah, I mean, a couple years ago, the Giants won a playoff game. Jones had a great year, didn't turn the ball over. Dable looks like a genius. And then, they didn't put the right people around him. If you think about Jones, he never had the right people around him. He never had the big chip. He never had the big wide receiver. And speaking of contenders, the one and only Mr. Nicky Chooch is here. Yeah, I mean, so it's called The Tonight Show with Sports by Radio. How you doing, Jessica? I hope you're doing well. And yeah, so what we do is you want to come on the stream, you talk to me for 10 minutes, tell me what you're up to, tell me what's on your mind, and it's a good way to connect with more people at once. And if not, Nikki will be back in April. I think we said April, right? But April's right around the corner. And yeah, hopefully April will certainly turn up the stock market because I don't want to look at my stocks right now. And yeah, DK Metcalf is looking like a contender too. Yeah, you know what? I'll say this, the New York Giants, I don't know if they're going to be contending for anything anytime soon, but maybe everybody else will. But Remy Roberts at Indiana Jones. Yeah, that does make sense. Indianapolis, Indiana Jones. That's a good line. That's a good line here. How you doing, DG? As a Patriots fan, yeah, I don't know what the Giants. I mean, this is supposed to be a franchise that won 4 Super Bowls. This is a franchise that's been a legacy franchise in the NFL. And it's like, are they going to win a game coming up next season? You think about the division they're in. The Commanders improved. You got the Eagles who are Super Bowl champions. I expect Dallas to be back or at least be competitive. And, like, the Giants are just, I don't know, man. I think they win, if they're lucky, 3 games. Steelers are having one of the off seasons in history. Yeah, I mean, the Steelers have had, 21 consecutive winning seasons in a row. But they'll be judged. Listen, they'll be judged on if they win a playoff game finally. Tomlin's got, I think, a losing career record as coach. He's got a Super Bowl win, but in the postseason, he's not got a great track record recently here. Booked up. Yeah, we got to talk about that. Yeah, we got to definitely talk about you in April. I saw some of the stuff, and congratulations to the new followers. I've been sharing on Facebook. I've been sharing anytime I get a chance, so congratulations on that. And as an ex-Tiger, got my homeboy Malik Neighbors out of there. You are an ex-LSU Tiger. That is a good point. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because the Steelers, they've had so much success in the regular season, but the postseason, I hate to compare it. They're almost kind of like the Yankees right now in that, you look at the Yankees, and the Yankees haven't won a World Series recently, but they've been in the playoffs. They've been there. They've been consistent, but they haven't won a World Series since 2009. And the Steelers, they haven't won a Super Bowl, I think, right around the same time. So you're looking at a franchise that has not had success in the postseason, but they're always there in the regular season. And yes, I will. I should be there. I will be there at 7:00. Is that Eastern time? Of course it is. And then right afterwards, we got Mr. Darkron himself. And how we doing, RWW? How we doing to everybody there? I know James will be here, and Johnny Walker. It was nice to meet you. Johnny, I've now had 2 Johnny Walkers on Sportswire Radio. I've had 2 of them on in the last month, and you're the second one. And watching about my Yankees. Well, Yankees haven't won a World Series since 2009. I would just say that they haven't won since 2009. Yeah. Oh wait, right. And did the Packers beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl? Right? Was that what it was? Yeah. Jerome Bettis retired. Did he retire in 2008, or did he? So he played after Cowher, because Cowher left in 2006. So Bettis played 2 more years. Yeah, Bettis was a great running back. Bettis was just, I mean, he was the bus. He was the bus. The bus goes round and round, round and round, and is Johnny a red label or a blue? That's a good question. Johnny, can you drink a Johnny Walker? Wink and a nod. Yeah, he's not the Johnny Walker that you saw from Enterprise, who had a segment with Eric Black that, let's just say, well, yeah, that was interesting last month on Sportswire. And Silas, I saw you did a heck of a job yesterday with Mr. Judgment. Mr. Judgment will be making his return to Sportswire soon. Oh, he retired as soon. Yeah, so that was probably, that was right after it, right? So they won in 2005, right? So 2005, I think, right? Cowher finally won the big one. But yes, Bettis is in the Hall of Fame, right? I think Bettis is definitely in the Hall of Fame. Bettis had, I want to say, like 13 career 1,000 rushing yards or something like that. And speaking of people that are here, the one and only headline, the farthest traveled wrestler in underground wrestling history, Mr. Aaron Blaze in the house. Hello, how you doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Yes, I see a lot of different people. I mean, if you're here in the chat, do you want to say hello for 10 minutes? I got some time for you. So if you're here in the chat, would you like to say hello? I feel like Remy is going to want to say hello. But if there's anybody else out there, before I get to Remy, if you want to say hi before James Taylor comes on later, let me know, and I'll send you a link. And we'll also plug whatever else is on your mind. And yeah, it's funny. I would have been here earlier, but I was speaking with a constituent for about an hour on the phone. And that's what being a commissioner of deeds does, is you help the people. And that could be at all times of the day. But how you doing to Aaron Blaze? And hello to Kayla. Yes, how you doing, Kayla? Who else do we have here in the chat? Who else is here? I'm trying to look. I thought I had somebody here I missed. Well, Rocky's here. Yes, today is a good day, Remy. And that's not the Ice Cube song. But yeah, if you want to come on, let me know. We'll talk with you for a few minutes. Talk about what's on your mind. Maybe you want to talk NFL. Maybe you want to talk wrestling. Maybe you want to talk whatever else you want. I don't know. How was your day? But if nobody else wants to link, I'll put Remy Roberts on you, because Remy is always a good opener. So if you want, unless you want to come on, you're in the chat, you want to say hi for 10 minutes, but I will most certainly bring on the one and only Remy Roberts here, because I feel like Remy will want to talk. Remy always loves to talk. Remy's become one of my favorites. Remy's definitely become a wingman, but I see Remy right now, and there's Remy. But yeah, Remy, I can't see you. Yeah, we'll talk with Remy. So Remy will come on here. And yeah, Rocky, you're going to see some coverage here in a minute. I appreciate that. Sportswire for life. And Tom said the kid is a good hand. Well, maybe the kid's going to hit me with a backhand. Who else we got? Yep, RWW is tomorrow. Kayla's here. Yes, Kayla. Does that mean anybody else is far behind? But we'll have to figure that out. But Remy is awesome. I love having him a part of TPW. Yeah, Nikki, I can't wait to have you back. I don't remember. Did we have a date announced? By the way, VTW, by the way, you got to watch VTW. If you're out there in the chat, you know what? Let me plug VTW for a minute, because VTW is just like RWW, one of those companies that you just need to drop all of your stuff and just watch VTW, because the quality and the content of the wrestlers there, I mean, it's just truly, they're like the all-star game or the all-star company of underground and independent wrestling. Yeah, we didn't set up a day. Yeah, so let's do that tomorrow morning, because I think we weren't sure on what your schedule was, and Maybe I need a refresher on my schedule. But what I do want to do, though, is a refresher and a reminder of things. Go follow VTW. Yeah, VTW should be a great away from people's homes. It's Nikki Chooch featuring VTW. Well, you're a part of VTW. I mean, I don't know if I could go say that officially, but you are definitely a huge part of it. And yeah, VTW, I mean, just, one of those companies, like I said, it's like the all-star game. It's just, it's like what the all-star game in sports should be of underground wrestling, some of the very best talents. And I'm excited about the Bad Sons and the stepdads. And we know the Bad Sons are a huge part of VTW and working with my people on the repackage. That's good. Yeah, do that. But all right, let me bring on my first guest here for the Tonight Show at Sportswire Radio, and a man that always seems to open things up for us, Mr. Remy Roberts.
What's
You
good,
are a
dog? What's
legend.
good?
And are you talking to me about why Daniel Jones is a good move with the Indianapolis Colts? Or do you have a thought on that before I play your hype promo? What do you think
I
of Daniel Jones?
let's uh let's just wait and see how things play out. That's one of those trades that I'm a little more skeptical with, but
Well,
hey, he does
signing.
have
I mean, he signed basically a 2-year deal. It's really 2
yeah, I
years.
mean he does have Michael Pittman to throw to. I think they're gonna end up grabbing another wide receiver somewhere along in the draft. I don't think that they go
It's
first
a
round for the wide receiver.
it's a team that's in a winnable division. I mean, in one sense, that's probably better for
What
him
what
than
division
going
is
back to
that?
the Vikings.
AFC East,
South.
AFC South.
Yeah, South.
Honestly, it's not a very difficult division. I mean, what you got?
Houston, you buy
Houston.
Houston.
Houston is Houston is a better AFC team, but that being said, they could still
Tennessee,
be
I mean,
considered
Tennessee is
mediocre.
still rebuilding, and Jacksonville. I don't know what to make of Trevor Lawrence. They changed coaches. I mean, it's a franchise that never seems to get it right. So even if he's the backup, Daniel Jones, and maybe he
And
goes
then
into
and
camp,
then what other team is down there in the AFC South?
it's the Titans, the Jaguars, the Texans, and the Colts.
So basically, the NFC South's
Yeah,
AFC
pretty much, pretty
division.
much.
For
I think
whatever
the
reason, the
AFC
South
South
is
is.
just
I think
not.
the A. I Yeah, and I think the AFC South is probably a little worse than the NFC South for now because I
Yes.
think Carolina's on the way back. Atlanta's always the epitome of purgatory. Baker Mayfield's been pretty good with Tampa Bay, and then you've got your Saints. So I kind of think the NFC South's a tad better than the AFC South.
At least for those first 2 weeks, my Saints had something that was promising, and
Yeah, you were 2-0, and then the season happened. So Daniel Jones, though, I mean, listen, I think there's a point. I'm going to get to your high promo in a minute, but I do think that he did. I think Silas is not wrong. He did get a raw deal with the Giants because I don't understand the New York Football Giants. I mean, they put nobody around him. They didn't re-sign Barkley, and the poor guy had no offensive line. What did they expect him to do? What did they
oh man,
expect? You know?
and I think the worst part about the Giants is I've seen this in the past. They have a lot of difficulty with building a star. They had Odell Beckham Jr. and what did they do
Yeah.
with that? They pissed down their leg and allowed him to go off to Cleveland, and he had a good little time in Cleveland. Things ended up kind of going sour. Um, they had Daniel Jones, who was not a horrible quarterback.
Hey, listen, a
For
couple years ago, they won a playoff game. I said it
Yeah,
then. They won a
a couple of
playoff
years ago, he
game.
had a pretty decent
I think he only threw
fill
like
up
five. Yeah,
season.
I think he only threw like 5 interceptions that year. I mean, he was a good quarterback. They went into Minnesota. That was
Hell,
a 13-win
Dabble,
team. Beat Kirk Cousins. I mean, they look like a good football team, and
and
I
then
don't get it.
what? Dabble won Coach of the Year that year. Like,
Yep, they were 9-7-1, and then they won the playoff game in Minnesota, and they got blown
then
out
they
in
got bounced
Philly.
by
Philly.
yeah, like they got bounced by the team that was gonna end up going to the Super Bowl that
Super
year.
Bowl, yeah, yeah. They're a
My
good
thing
team.
with
They were
them
they were good.
is
They were a good team, but the guy, like
they
you
didn't
said,
want to build around.
he never
They
had
didn't want
anybody
to.
around him.
My thing is they didn't want to build around OBJ. They didn't want to build around Saquon. They didn't want to build around Daniel Jones when Daniel Jones had it. And when Daniel
Yeah,
Jones didn't have it, that's when they decided to build around him. And then
yeah,
now,
yeah.
And then now I feel like they're not going to build around Malik Neighbors.
I
And
think the Giants, you know what? They look like to me they're going to be a 2-win football team, 3-win football
be
team. I don't even know what was the point of bringing Dable back if you're just going to you're rebuilding. You want him to win. It's not a win now team. I don't know. The Giants have had a lot of problems going
complete
back to the end of Tom Coughlin's days
completely
there.
agree. I believe that they are not never really going to be a win now team. I think they're a perennial rebuild team because they just don't know who to build with. Um,
Yeah.
and looking back on my time at LSU, my freshman year of LSU was Malik Neighbors' senior year. Like he had that senior standout season along with Jaden. And you see what Washington's doing. Washington took Jaden. They
How
built
about
something around
Washington
him. They
making a
gave
big move
him
there to protect, to improve the offensive line, right? Big move by
yeah,
them.
and they gave him they had Scary Terry. They brought in Austin Eckler. They got Zach Ertz. Like
Yep.
they made an effort to really build around that young star that was coming out of LSU. Whereas and if you watch the documentary, the kid wanted them to draft Jaden. They
Yeah.
wanted him to trade up and draft Jaden. But they end up going with Malik, another standout guy out of LSU. And I saw this man live at Tiger Stadium, and you can see that this is the type of guy that you want to build a team
Well,
around. But
let me ask you a question, and I'm going to put your hype promo up. What was it like playing there in Tiger Stadium? What was that like?
so I never played in Tiger Stadium. Uh, I was a rugby player. We played on like a little intramural pitch.
I would
Uh,
have thought with D1 all that money, they put you in a pit. Come on.
it was an intramural team, but because we were the only team that LSU technically had, we counted for a D1 team.
Okay. Okay.
So
How long did you play?
so I was there for a good 2 3 months. Sadly, injuries kind of got to me. I had a few ankle sprains.
Oh. Well, maybe you'll use that in some of your promos here coming up.
Maybe, probably not.
Well, all right. Well, we'll obviously, we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you are here on,
Yeah, I just think
yeah.
that going forward, they really need to build around their stars. I think Malik is one of those guys that they should really build around, but I don't think they will.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, listen. I think the New York Giants have a lot of problems. I think that Daniel Jones you seem okay with, and we'll see tomorrow what happens with Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, the rest of it. But let's talk about TPW. James Taylor is going to be here, I know, in a little while. You want to talk about your hype promo? You want to talk about anything TPW wise? It'll be a TPW night tonight. What do you want to talk about?
Um, so I would say pause. I would
I
say
can.
pause that right now because
Yep.
that's a damn good entrance theme song.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
I had
copyright. I could keep it, so we'll get to you when you actually have the
it
promo. But I'm,
is it is not copyright as far as I'm aware.
well, we'll not play it to be safe, and then we'll get to you and the actual promo. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me. But uh but my
What do you want
thing
to say?
with TPW right now,
Go ahead.
the
Well, let's
the
get to your promo.
invitation
Let's play the
is
promo.
just
Hold
a
that
good
thought.
talk. There were so many better ways for you to have reached me other than sneaking around in my backyard and pretending to be my Uber driver. So let's go ahead and drive my point home. I looked over your invitation and damn, temptation is one hell of a bargaining tool, and I'll be damned if you didn't use it. You see, you were going to give me everything that I could possibly dream of, everything that a rookie could possibly dream of: title shots, opportunities, respect, wins. But you didn't do enough research into me other than looking up my address
Mm.
if you think that I'm going to sell out. No. You see, I bust my ass for every single opportunity that I get. I have built myself up from the second that I have entered this company. And when I was growing up, my mama taught me a very simple but important lesson. Sean, don't trust snakes. Don't let snakes get into your garden, because the second that they'll try to help you is the same second that they'll try to inject you with their venom and watch you rot away. So I
Mm.
got an invitation for you, Elias. I got an invitation for you to choke on your own corruption and watch
Mm.
as I bury the invitation in a 2-on-1 Extreme Rules handicap match. And bring your lackeys, bring your entire audience, bring everyone who you've ever fucked over, because I'm sure that they'll enjoy the view as well. I'm sure that they'll enjoy the spectacle. So, you want you want an invitation? You want me to accept your invitation? Accept mine.
Mm. Well, all right. So now that we watched it, what do you think?
So, the invitation is one of those cancers that slowly grows in the corner of a room. It's slow. It's slowly growing in the locker room, and people are starting to accept it. People are starting to allow this to take over, like the symbiote that it is, to grow like the cancer that it is. And I say no. The only way to burn out a cancer like that is to do just that, to burn it out, to cut it out from the source. And thus, I plan on not just taking out Elias, I plan on taking out the whole damn chapter. And I hope Rocky's listening when I say this. Rocky, you're about to be down a few men.
What do you mean he's gonna be down? You're gonna beat them all?
I asked for this match. I asked for a two
Are you
on one
concerned though
handicap.
about the repercussions you could be facing?
I'm not. They should have
Ooh.
known better when they walked around and snuck around in my backyard.
That's
I
true. You did talk
told
about that. You talked
I have
about that
told
yesterday. You will not allow
everyone.
your hometown to be dissed. You talked
I
about
have
the
told
history.
everyone who I've ever faced not to fuck with the 504, not out of a catchphrase standpoint, but out of a fucking warning. You see, when people decide to fuck around with the 504, there are repercussions. That's why I'm burying the invitation. That's why they have to go. And
Well, you're
before
gonna
they
have to.
try to
You're
corrupt,
proving it. Is this the biggest test of your career coming up this Sunday?
we'll see. Uh, I'll say the invitation has eyes everywhere. They are a very, very dangerous faction. They have a lot of they have a lot of eyes, and they have a lot of deranged, psychotic, maniacal people on their side. But
Oh,
sadly, but sadly for them, I will walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and I will fear no evil because the Lord is on my side.
Remy Roberts is coming in. You know, you call you a Cajun cruiser, but I think you're a Cajun crazy bruiser. You're the Cajun bruiser. You are the Cajun bruiser, sir, because you are going out there and you just want to give a bruising to anybody that steps and messes with the 504, good sir. And
Crashing
Rocky
out,
is right. The toughest 2-on-1 match ever.
crashing out,
Well, we'll find
crashing out.
out. I mean, we'll find out. I mean, anything else do you want to say about your opponents?
I wanted to say something real quick.
And what's your
To
thoughts on James Taylor, by the way, joining TPW? What's your thoughts on that? James is
man,
coming here soon. What do you think about this Nathaniel Rage and James Taylor showdown? I mean, this is James
ooh,
Taylor's return to promo wrestling. I mean, he might be this vaunted wrestler, but now he's stepping in there with the TPW champion Nathaniel Rage, who's decided that he wants to rage against the Anthony Steele machine.
Taft Taylor and the Devil Nate
The
Rage.
cult.
Oh
Oh
man,
my God.
I I personally have a lot of respect for them both.
Yeah.
Taff is one of those guys who, when I won my first live championship, he actually judged that match.
Wow.
So that was just a lot of knowledge that I can gain from that man. A lot of great experience that comes from him, both in and out of the ring, on the mic, in the ring. a lot of things that you can learn from him. And Nathaniel, I give this man so much props. He's been carrying this company
Oh,
on
what
his back.
Nathaniel Rage has done in a matter of months. This guy walked in
He's
here and just won championship after championship.
he he's dominant. He is the guy. Whether you like him, you hate him, he's that guy. Um, and he's proven that the devil runs the show in CPW right now. There's no one that's been able to knock him off that pedestal. People have
And
been
James
able to
Taylor
take
is going
care
to
of
have
that
a tough
faction, but they
challenge.
haven't been able to take care of him.
He might be the nemesis. He might be with 130,000 plus followers, but he hasn't been in the promo world in years. He even admitted that last night on Sportswire Radio. And Nathaniel Rage is, he ain't taking James Taylor lightly. This is a career moment for him.
Yeah, and I'm just excited to be a bystander, to sit on the sidelines with everyone else, eating
I
my
still
popcorn.
say, I know Rocky's listening. I still say what should happen next week in TPW is there should be tag team action. Just like, WrestleMania 8, they were trying to figure out Hogan, Flair, Sid, Undertaker, all those guys, Macho Man. They should do Nathaniel Rage. Hear me out on this. Anthony Steele's wrestling Sloth Jam Williams. Nathaniel Rage is wrestling, promo wrestling James Taylor. We should see a tag team match. We should see Anthony Steele and Nathaniel Rage against James Taylor and Sloth Jam Williams in a promo match. Because think about it, right? Steele's got Sloth Jam. Sloth Jam is definitely primed and poised to take on Anthony Steele, the real deal. And then you've got Nathaniel Rage and James Taylor. Anthony Steele, and could you imagine that? Anthony Steele, could you imagine just that match between all four of them? Sloth
Oh
Jam
man.
Williams, James Taylor, Nathaniel Rage, and Anthony Steele. And Rocky's thinking about it.
Oh man, don't get me salivating over some great
I think that
content,
Rocky,
man.
and you know what? I even go further. We should see that on Sportswire. We should see Anthony Steele. You see Anthony Steele, right? Just think about this. Anthony Steele, Nathaniel Rage against Sloth Jam Williams and James Taylor. Because we know the history between Steele and Taylor. We know the history between them. We know that Nathaniel Rage wants Anthony Steele. He wants him. He wants him badly. But now he's going to make an example. By defeating James Taylor, he's going to show Anthony Steele that, you know what? Maybe Anthony Steele is not going to ever get that TPW championship and not be able to finish the story the way he wants. I'm just saying, I don't know. This is not a rerun. This is not a rerun tonight, but I'm going on the record. Again, it's not my company. We love TPW here. Whatever Rocky does, he's a great businessman. He's
Rocky,
a great man.
I think it's something that people want to see. I want
You
to
think
see it.
so?
The people of Sportswire want to see it, man.
I think, forget about it. Anthony
Come on,
Steele
man.
and James Taylor in promo competition live. These
Come on,
two
man.
men hate
What
each
did
other.
Batista say?
These
Give us what
two
we
men
want.
have the most personal rivalry for years in underground wrestling history. These two men, the animosity that they have for each other, it's been going on for years. It's been going on for almost 4 years. It's gone and spanned.
Oh man, come on, Rocky. What did Batista say? Give us what we want.
We gotta do it. I'm telling you, next week. It's gotta be next. I'm going with Rage Steele against Sloth Jam and Taylor because it'll almost be like a WrestleMania TPW promo match. And you
know
think
what?
about this?
I'll tease something of my own.
You want to be the special referee?
Hey, I was not thinking of that, but hey, do we want to see that?
I think the people in the chat, knowing the Sportswire crowd, knowing who tunes in, they would love to see Anthony Steele and James Taylor mano a mano in tag team promo wrestling action. I just think about Sloth Jam Williams as a man who wants to come on Sportswire. I've spoke with Sloth Jam Williams. And Sloth Jam Williams and James Taylor probably see a lot of eye to eye. They probably are two guys that probably think the same way, and they have a mutual hatred, I know, for both Ben and Steele and Rage. And, I think it would be, and Ox McCoy said he's sweaty. I hope he's not sweaty thinking about it like he was sweaty trying to kill that fan. But I'm going on the record. I think we should see on Sportswire Live Steele, Rage, versus Sloth Jam and Taylor. I mean, Taylor's coming on here.
And should I be the special guest referee? Do we want to see
Well,
that?
I mean, that's up to Rocky, but I mean, I just think regardless, we need to see that match because I just think about. I know the history that Steele and Taylor have. I've seen it
Oh man,
firsthand for 2 years. They've been on this platform. These are the two men, arguably, that have probably made the most appearances in Sportswire radio history. They may be different, but yet they're similar in many ways. They always have something that brings the people to want to tune into them. I mean, you think about it. They're the two most known figures in Sportswire history that come on here. Think about it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Again, Rocky's a great man. He's a good businessman. He's doing a great job with TPW. But I'm just saying that's what
it's a trigger that needs to be pulled. I think
well, and if you
I
hear
think Rocky
that,
realizes that, but we'll see next week what ends up happening. I don't book the matches.
Yeah, we know that. Well, you got your own work cut out for you. So you want to say
I hit grand slams and we see who wins.
The 504, baby. We love the 504. And any closing thoughts you got for me before I see you tomorrow? Because you know you'll be back here tomorrow. You become a favorite of mine. You know, I'm going to probably put you in the Hall of Fame soon. You know, you're going to go in the Hall of Fame soon. You at this rate. But anything else you got for me tonight?
Man, I might go ahead and tease something of my own here.
Do it because I'm
not
putting
the
your
only person
Instagram
that has had it up to here with the invitation.
Mm-hmm.
Invitation honestly just started up, but they're already rubbing people the wrong way. I'm not the only one. So it might be very soon that I assemble my own sort of team, my own sort of alliance.
You should ask James Taylor if
Put
he'd
some
want
kind
to
of
join your
nails in
team.
that coffin, you know.
You should ask James Taylor.
And I'm thinking of a name for that group, and let me run this by you.
Yeah,
the
run it by
Mardi
me.
Gras Mafia.
The Mardi Gras Mafia.
MGM for short.
MGM, MGM Studios was legendary. I mean, yeah, some of the greatest films in history in the 20th century. I mean, yeah,
the greatest promos in history.
And you know what? I mean, you are the Cajun Bruiser. I don't call you the Cruiser. You're the Bruiser. I mean, you are certainly
Cajun Crash Out is better for alliteration.
That's true too. That's a good point. I mean, you know what? I think if you want to run with it, I mean, why not? I mean, you might be running with the devil, to quote Van Halen. I mean, you might be running with the devil, and we might be running with this here. The Mardi Gras Mafia.
Let's not get Nate licking his chops. He knows he wants me.
Ooh, I'll tell you what. I'm excited. In the meantime, you got to follow Remy Instagram, the Cajun Cruiser. The Cajun Cruiser. You know you're going to see him here tomorrow. Rocky's definitely thinking, and that's a great segue. And my friend, you go enjoy the rest of your evening. You go party, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Peace out, y'all.
That was Remy Roberts, the Cajun Bruiser, as I call him, and he had plenty to say. And we talked football. We talked his own promo battle coming up here this weekend. And yeah, just maybe that possibility. I mean, but here's the other thing. Can Anthony Steele and Nathaniel Rage even coexist? I mean, Anthony Steele, Justin Parsley knows. Anthony Steele in tag team action, he doesn't really, that's not his thing. That's what I do. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. That's not what he does. And now he'll be forced to have that tag team with Nathaniel Rage. And what would Colt members, Zach Clark, think? Colt members like Devin Adams think. I mean, boy, but Sloth Jam Williams and James Taylor, they would probably see eye to eye because they have common enemies. I'm just saying, it's not my company. I'm just throwing it out there. If you are here, though, on Sportswire, you want to say hello, you want a link, let me know. There's a bunch of you here. James Taylor isn't here yet, but I'll say hello to Robbie Ryan, of course, the newest member of the Syndicate. Syndicate was here on Sportswire, made their debut last night. The new Syndicate with Yoshi Matsuda, who also made his presence felt on the BWU Backyard Wrestling YouTube channel, Ace Reed's company. And you've opened your eyes and now, Justin Parsley, what did you think of Johnny Walker yesterday? Johnny Walker looks like he wants to, let's just say, like any good switchblade, cut his way to some tag team gold next Saturday in the Palo Community Center. And, hello to a bunch of people. Omen Black, it's his show. I think Omen was here, right? Did Omen say something? Man is doing the Lord's work. Well, say a sign of the cross. Who else we got here? I got a great counting arm. Let me ref. I just came back from work and finally got. So how is 2K25? How is that? And no, well, Justin, I have Joe Star Saturday. What I've been doing I guess the last couple of weeks, maybe the last 2 weeks, is I do these shows. It's called the Tonight Show with Sportswire Radio, and I'll get somebody on for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. They'll tell me what they're up to, almost like the Late Show, almost the Late Show. What is with Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, right? Seth Meyers does them. All these other talk show hosts, and I'm doing something different, and I get people on for 10, 15 minutes. They tell me what they're up to, and we get a chance to give more people an opportunity. It's a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing Joe Star Saturday night. I don't think Tyson Spade's going to attempt to kill Joe Star, and same with him, but we'll have some fun nevertheless. And NEW is going to be a big topic because we got the season finale coming up here next weekend, and we got a lot to talk about, yourself included. But what did Robbie Ryan say? I have not played 2K25 yet. Oh, you need a new TV first. Well, you got to buy a new TV, or can you play it on somebody else's TV? But okay, well, yeah, I'm sure you'll play it before I do because I don't think I'm going to play it anytime soon. But yes, hello to Justin. And Justin hasn't been on Sportswire in a while. Justin is a name we haven't had on in a while. Maybe one day Justin would like to come back on Sportswire. But he's just too busy killing Rhea Silver, But maybe I shouldn't ask on that. But well, if that's what he wants. But yeah, but having a lot of fun. We had Remy Roberts here, and also putting Lano out of business. Yeah, I like it. I like it because it just gives more people an opportunity. I think that's what it's about, giving more people opportunities. And James Taylor is going to be on here shortly. And yeah, I always love supporting you guys. I still haven't got the tattoo yet, but at least I subscribe to the Patreon page. And, I'm sure I'll be helping somebody come along to Worcester, Massachusetts, wink and a nod. But yeah, I love NEW. You know what? I love NEW so much that I got a bunch of people here in the chat right now, and I know that you need to go hit a sub button for NEW. You know why? Because these guys and gals are almost at 2,300 subscribers, and they're at 2,290 plus subs. So if you're here, hit a sub for them. Maybe they'll hit 2,300 subs, and maybe they'll hit 2,400 subs, and they'll hit so many subs that they'll just get more subs. But yeah, give them a sub. Check them out. They have some great content coming up here. They have Vortex, the Go Home show this Saturday. They have their season finale show the following Saturday. They have the Riot in the Ring 2 coming up in late June. And they're one of our favorites here. They're right up there with ROBW and IMF and some of the other companies, Wrestling Zero, and all the other great people that come on here. So yeah, hit a follow for them. I see a bunch of people here. You haven't yet followed them. Give them a follow. They might get to 2,300 subs tonight. Maybe they'll win a prize or something. I don't know. Do you get like a notification on that? But that'll be fun. But yeah, I'll be there Saturday. I'll be around Saturday afternoon. I look forward to watching the show here coming up. And James Taylor is about to come on here shortly. So we'll hang out with James for a few minutes. We'll talk his promos. We'll talk TPW. And yeah, I think we should have Jake on. I think Jake is coming back on. I don't know if it's going to be before season finale 6 or definitely after season finale 6. So either way, Jake is coming back. Jake will return to Sportswire Radio. I also have Torrance Banks and Mickey Vargas coming back to Sportswire. Torrance is coming back April 12th. Mickey is back here on the 30th, I believe. So there'll be fun segments. And I wish I had my setup here in Chicago. I joined tonight doing some mind clearing. Yeah, definitely. You got a lot to contend with Savage. Savage is definitely changed the last few months. He's definitely different. He's not the Savage that I first met on Sportswire just about a year ago. He's definitely, I guess it's one of those adages where has the championship changed the person? I mean, has that happened? I mean, I guess that's a question. I guess that's a question to ponder. Maybe that's something to think about. Maybe I'll ask Joe Starr that question. By the way, Joe Starr's got Power Surge next weekend. I mean, I'm going to ask Joe Starr his opinion on that. I mean, I'm sure that Joe Starr, after what he went through with Tyson Spade, is going to certainly have an opinion on that. But yeah, really great shows. I mean, how about no rope barbed wire match between Jake and Gabe? I mean, are these men literally trying to kill each other? I mean, I thought Spade and Joe Starr were trying to do that, but now it seems like Gabe and Jake are going to do that and some. I mean, will these men, will we know them after the 22nd of March? I don't know, but hit the sub button for NEW in the meantime. But how is Chicago, by the way? How is the weather out there right now? New York, it's About average, about 50 degrees, but I can't complain. But if you're here right on Sportswire Radio, like, share, and follow this video. Also, I'm going to have on some bigger shows coming up. I have next Friday the one and only Randy Jackson of the band Zebra. Zebra was signed by Atlantic Records to be the next Led Zeppelin. So we'll see if we'll have some Led Zeppelin talk next Friday. But Tell Me What You Want, which was one of the famous Zebra songs. And you tell me what you want else on Sportswire Radio. But if you want to come on the stream, you want to hang out, you got 10 minutes, I'll give you 10 minutes of your time to promote something. Otherwise, we're going to have James Taylor come on here. I'm going to ask James Taylor his idea of, well, maybe what he's going to do to Nathaniel Rage, but also ask him about my idea of having a tag team promo wrestling match here on Sportswire Radio, where it's going to be him, Sloth Jam Williams, against Nathaniel Rage and James Taylor's longtime nemesis, you might want to say, Anthony Steele. It is windy. Yeah, New York, it has been like so windy this winter. 3 days ago, it was like 31-mile-an-hour winds. It felt like 300 miles. I mean, I really hate the wind more than anything else. And it's supposed to be a really bad rainstorm here on Sunday. So that means I'll just be here on Sportswire more. So that's great, because I'm actually really tired right now, because I have been knocking on so many doors lately that I need to fall on the couch. And my mother was here this morning, which did not allow me to sleep well. But she's not tuned in. That's okay. Wow, it's very hot down there. But don't you guys... Doesn't the weather cool down a little bit now, because you guys are going into fall, right? Aren't you guys going into fall? So shouldn't that mean your weather should be the equivalent of what we have here in like the middle of September? So really, your weather is about to cool down. I mean, what's your winters like again? Do your winters go like, let's say, like New York, Boston, or Chicago, where it's like snowing? Or what's your winters like? I feel like I didn't ask Ace or Yoshi that question. I should ask you, what's your winters like? Well, I have some Pepsi. Yeah, there you go. Somebody wants to sponsor me. They can. We'll just take Randy Jackson and Vinny Appice coming on. But yeah, 33 degrees is absolutely hot. Yeah, it's definitely hot, 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 to quote the Buster Poindexter song from the late, great David Johansen. But also, I'm here twice tomorrow, Friday, 9 o'clock, Darkron. I'm going to be here 11 o'clock with the regular Sportswire Radio guys. Then I'm going to take a nap, and then I'm going to be back here around 8 o'clock Saturday night, Joe Starr. 10 o'clock, Il Drago, the Samoan Dragon, the High Chief Talks episode returns to Sportswire Radio Monday. Courtney Wood. Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate the vulgar display of comments. But we are joined now by the one and only ROEW owner, the man that has made his return to promo wrestling. I know we're going to talk a lot about that here over the next 20 or so minutes. That is the one and only Mr. James Taylor, the nemesis, the Tyrant King. A call and throwback to his promo days now that he's back. And good sir, how are you today?
I'm all right, Tom. How are you doing today? You having a good evening?
I had a long evening, actually. I had a constituent. Actually, the reason we're about 25 minutes late, let's just say we had constituent service duties for my office title as a commissioner of deeds. I had a constituent calling me for an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Constituent service. Yeah, constituent service. But we'll see if I get to city council, and then there'll be more constituent services. But fair enough. But enough about that. The last thing I want to do is talk about double parked cars. The last thing I want to continue to talk about is no parking and house values going up. But James Taylor, it is good to be with you. I know we're going to talk a lot about promo wrestling and your return to TPW. But, before I do that, we'll put your promo video up here in a few minutes. But I was wondering, I had on Remy Roberts, and we were talking a lot about TPW. And, we were talking a lot about, coincidentally, Anthony Steele is back in TPW. Now, I didn't quite, well, maybe you want to blank out from this, but I didn't quite say just yet Anthony Steele versus James Taylor in TPW. But what I did suggest is a tag team promo wrestling match here on Sportswire Radio. I don't know how you officiate it. I don't know who's going to referee or be the special enforcer, but I think about now how Anthony wants to make a name for himself yet again, and how Anthony's going to do this and do that. But I've got a solution to your problems with Anthony Steele, and also force Nathaniel Rage off his game and force the Cult to have to deal with Anthony Steele because they've had their own problems with him. And I proposed a tag team TPW promo wrestling match in the nemesis James Taylor with Sloth Jam Williams, who's promo wrestling Anthony Steele this weekend against the one and only aforementioned Anthony Steele and the TPW champion, Nathaniel Rage. What do you think about that possibility?
That'd be a damn sure interesting matchup for sure. I mean, who's I don't know who books the territory or who puts it all together, but I guess let me know. I mean,
Now,
I'm
Rocky
available.
was here. He heard it, and he gave kind of like the thinking about it emoji, which was good. But I think it makes some sense. I mean, it takes me back to like WrestleMania 8, where you had Hogan, Savage, Flair, Sid Justice, and The Undertaker, and all those guys. They were trying to figure out who's going to square off at WrestleMania. And I think, again, we're getting toward that season, in promo wrestling as well. And I think about Anthony and Nathaniel, you and Sloth Jam. I mean, it could be interesting. And Anthony, I don't think Anthony is trying to. Anthony wants a link, but he's not getting a link right now because you've got some stuff to promote.
Always got stuff to promote, and I bet he's just foaming at the mouth to get on here.
Yes, he's waiting for it, and he'll make this show go 2 hours. But I don't know if I have the attention span tonight after speaking with a 78-year-old woman for an hour about double parking. But anything for a vote. But let's leave that at that. You wanted to talk a lot about your TPW return here formally and play that promo video. I know you wanted me to do that, but let's set the tables for the audience here first.
Okay, so I am back in TPW. I'm back in the promo wrestling world. I was invited back, and I have been put, I guess, because of my reputation or whatever, but I was instantly put into a one-on-one match, non-title, with the world champion of TPW in promo wrestling, and that being Nathaniel Rage.
Yes, sir.
So I was honored for the opportunity. I'm here to have fun, tell a story, and that's what me and Nathaniel are going to be doing, is telling a story. And I know a lot of people, he's got a big bullseye on his chest. And I've said that since day one. If you're not, if you're the world champion, and you're a good world champion, expect a lot of people to be watching you and a lot of people coming after you. And it seems to me, from the promos I've seen, a lot of guys are trying to cut promos on Nathaniel Rage, but his main focus is me right now because I am
that's very
in this
interesting.
business.
Don't you think? That's very interesting.
Yeah. So now, from what Nathaniel's done, he cut a promo on me first. I did a rebuttal. I cut mine on him. And then now he's done his second promo on me. I have not yet responded because I'm in the process of editing that. And that I'm going to be getting that. If not later tonight, it will be tomorrow, and then have the match promo and all that stuff ready.
And we're going to be recapping that on Sportzwire. And by the way, you should know that Anthony lost his last promo wrestling match because he was on Sportswire and forgot to do the video. Well, he didn't quite forget, but he did it like a day late. He forgot what the deadline was. Close enough.
That's on him. But if you share, if you decide to, I would say just for what we're going to share, just share the first promo of his, and then share my rebuttal, and then we'll leave it at that for now. We can watch the other ones later on whenever they get
Absolutely, yes, whatever you want, good sir. And I'm going to now go to Nathaniel's page. Let's go to Nathaniel Rage, the House of Rage Productions, and thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much for all of your support. I can't thank everybody enough. So let me go back to his most recent promo. Is that the one?
That's the match promo, but that's not the one that he started. So,
he's got a lot of them. So let me go back. Not it. This is the one.
So on the last night of winter,
there
Grandpa finally decided to come out of the house and join the rest of the party. He decided to show me how to finally shoot my sick dog and put it out of its misery. He showed me how to tie that fishing line. James, I've been waiting for this longer than you could ever anticipate, longer than you could ever imagine. I know eventually that some of you guys would come back because you see a threat to your community. You see a threat to your era. You see a threat to your regime at one point. You see a threat standing in front of you. Let me ask you this, James. You're the man who fears nothing, right? Why don't you tell them what you truly fear? Why don't you show them what your deepest and darkest fear is? Why don't you tell the people what you did ever so long ago and gave me? Because, ladies and gentlemen, James wouldn't have nothing without me. His wrestling empire burning down with only a little bit of a snap is all I could do. But I appreciate you coming out and truly giving your all and trying to show me how you can be the very best of the best. But let me ask you this, James. What do you know about me? Better question, what do you know about Feast Day? Better question, what do you know about the devil? Not bibliography. I mean me. Because see, the world's about to be graced with something a little secret that I have been hiding for quite some time. I guess it's time to show them that I'm not all bad, but actually I'm good. For the prophecy wrote that a child would be born into the light, but once he finds his father, he shall become the dark. Oopsie. Are y'all intrigued now? I wonder what the devil has up his sleeve this week, because after I'm done dismantling you in that ring, beating you from post to post, smashing your pathetic human skull into the turnbuckle steel, and making you bleed crimson red, painting the canvas like in painting out of a movie. Mark my words. The world is not ready for what's to come. For I have found him. And he is me. And I am him. Bring me the antique.
And we'll take that off the screen now because that's the point. But if you do want to follow Nathaniel, you're hearing him for the first time, check out his Instagram page. He's got a lot of videos, and he's definitely going after you.
He's going after me, and I'm probably the biggest dog he's ever had. So, and this is damn sure going to be an interesting tale of events.
It was very good. It was really good. You know, objectively speaking, I'm with DJ. Yeah, it was very good. He's really good, and you know this is
he's very good, and I love it. I was enthralled. So I had to match his energy, and if you'd play my rebuttal so kindly, I would like to hear your your thoughts after we watch it, and everybody.
I get a chance, or so no Anthony Steele. I get a chance to say something.
right. You get to say something first. So.
I'm sure he'll be here.
This was fun, and Nathaniel's probably been my favorite opponent so far since coming back. Well, he's the only one, but like in a long time doing promo battling with somebody, this has been fun.
This guy says this is a rerun now, but we didn't play the promo yesterday. How could he say that it's a rerun? What's his Kyle name again? Kyle Fisher or something like that?
Kyle Reese.
Close enough.
I'm a big fan, Kyle. If I can get an autograph someday, let me know.
Well, okay. Well, you're gonna, a lot of people are really excited right now. So let's tune in. The YouTube numbers are through the roof right now. So here we go.
They say the darkness is a funny thing. It spooks. It haunts you. It can consume you. But you know what it can't do? Take your soul. It's just the darkness. And unlike my opponent, I'm very comfortable in this darkness. Matter of fact, I prefer the darkness. But To match your energy, ladies and gentlemen, my name is the Nemesis James Taylor, and my opponent this week is one Nathaniel Rage, the current world heavyweight champion of TPW. Listen up, kid. You want to poke fun at the fact that I'm older than you? Say that I'm a grandpa or whatever the hell you want to say? You're right. I've been doing this for 27 years, on and off. I've been doing this long before your daddy even squirted your sorry ass out.
That was a bit much for my liking.
You know how many men in this 27 years has come before the be-all, end-all and said, James Taylor, I will defeat you. James Taylor, I will dethrone you. James Taylor, I will end your career. So help me God. You know what they all have in common? None of them ever got the job done. You cannot kill the unkillable, Nathaniel Rage. I want you to understand something, son. I ain't no piggy. So you might as well take your little hood, take your stupid little camera, go back into whatever little piglet cabin you want. Huff, puff, blow the son of a bitch down for all I care. Go get you a little campfire, roast you some s'mores, and tell ghost stories all day long. Because it's not Halloween. Not that I have anything against it. I just don't care right now. I'm going to give you a little bit of a warning. I am the very last son of a bitch on this planet,
What?
in this universe, that you want to piss off or that you even want to get the attention from. You cannot stop the be-all, end-all in this business. You cannot stop the Tyrant King in all of wrestling. You're lucky that this is a singles match and it's non-title, because TPW knows that you're just escaping the fact that your time is almost up. You hear those sirens back there? Chaos is always around us. Nathaniel Rage, I want you to understand that there's nobody, not even you or a devil, that can stop me. Take my advice, Little Red Riding Hood. This is a dangerous business. Get ready to get hurt.
Get ready to get hurt. You both talked about that here in this video, and there was some serious eye contact here. This was definitely serious. It was dangerous, and it was definitely somebody getting to the point. Definitely somebody concise, and somebody showing that they're looking to come here to TPW not just for a match, but to be here and stick around. And whether you're a grandfather or not, I don't know, but the judges are going to certainly have a very tough decision on their hands, because this was a true war between two titans, or two tyrants, you might want to say. Get it, tyrants?
Well, it's actually just the start. There's just probably going to be a little bit more before they can finally make a decision, because we got a little bit more story to tell.
And we say hello to the best in the world, 12A. Hi. I think you just joined us on Twitch. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for tuning in. And if you were here,
Hello.
hit the sub and like button for us. Remind me who you may be again, because the Twitch, I'm not as on Twitch as much as the other platforms, but we're here on Twitch. Kyle Shelby thought you won. Justin Parsley said he preferred James Taylor in the darkness too. And Ox McCoy said what with caps locks. Zach Clark, who was from the Colt, who was famously 0 for 2 here on promo matches on Sportzwire Radio, tag and singles. The Colt is always here, horns up. And yeah, DG liked it. It was good. It was good. It was very good stuff. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So what do you want to say?
I'm just looking forward to seeing how this all turns out. Stay tuned to my rebuttal, and well, you're going to see Nathaniel Rage's and then mine, and then we'll have our match promos. But I mean, it's fun. It's we're telling a story, and it gives me an opportunity. And I try and tell this to anybody that hasn't done promo wrestling yet. this gives you an opportunity to try and reinvent yourself if you need to, or just sharpen your mic skills. And I'm going a little bit of a different route
Hmm.
with how I present myself as far as my character and what I do, and just testing the waters, trying something a little bit different. And I got a really good turnout, a good feedback on that. I got a lot of likes on it.
Yeah, it was good.
Got,
I was good. No,
so
legitimately speaking, like, but like obviously I know both you guys, right? So people
right.
aren't going to say I don't know Nathaniel and James. I do speak to Nathaniel a lot, and this was both guys were great. It wasn't like okay, I've just got to say something nice. These were like good, legit. This was like a battle. This was almost like WWE stuff.
Possibly. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like it. See that? You see the fire in my eyes. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I said
I
too, it
was
was
getting to the
serious.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely concise. It was to the point. It was direct. It was believable. And Rocky's here. Rocky's tuned in. He's
What's
loving
up,
it.
brother?
And
Yep.
if you're here, by the way, you got to follow Nathaniel Reid. You got to follow James Taylor. You got to follow TPW right there. That's the link I'm looking for. You can see more TPW coverage here. And I mean, so what do you think? Still, so do you think
It's
that
kind of an opportunity. I see it as an opportunity for me to step back into the promo world to see if I can hang with the new talent.
Well, you're a
And I've seen
grandfather
a lot of
apparently. So,
talent.
so how is a grandfather hang in with this new generation?
He said that it's like I'm a grandfather because I'm 40. I'm only what
Well,
18 years older than
are
him.
you a grandfather of cats?
No,
Maybe that's what it is.
no, not even of my cats. I'm a grandfather.
Is that possible? Now, can anybody answer this for our pet lovers here or animal owners? Can you be like a grandfather of a pet?
You can, yeah, you can. If your animals end up having babies, then there you go. And if those babies have babies, you'll be a great grandfather. Look at that.
Oh, that's great! And congratulations, Omen has lost 50 pounds in the 6 weeks. Wow, is Omen? You going into promo wrestling? Is that what he's telling us? That'd be
I
really
have no
good, Omen in
idea.
promo wrestling. You
I have no
should.
idea.
Rocky, what do you think about Omen Black going into TPW?
That'd be interesting for
That would be
sure.
very interesting. I love to see Anthony Steele and Omen Black in a promo match against each other. And let's go with DG. Yeah, I think both did great promos. Yeah, the only thing James didn't need a voice changer. Well,
Well, yeah, I mean, I get it. Nathaniel, I think, has a very unique style with what he does, and I've seen a lot of people, and I'd like to say this, breaking kayfabe a little bit. I've seen a lot of guys do this dark type of character or some type of a
yeah,
Bray Wyatt, Undertaker, something. You know, everybody wants to be that type of character because of what it is, but it's very
yeah,
hard to come up with your own thing without being a carbon copy. I get that to an extent. I get the excuse of Stone Cold and all that bullshit. But this ain't about me. What I'm trying to say is Nathaniel, and this ain't me blowing smoke up his ass. It's just a legit thing. And with the way he did his promo to me, I seen it as like he took his own style. He got Undertaker, Bray Wyatt, all this stuff and molded it into his own thing, hit the nail right on the head and made it his own. And I love it. I think it's awesome. So
yeah. I think he's
I dig it.
really, he came on here. I think we first started coming into my streams like 5 months ago, and this guy is skyrocketed through the roof, and a lot of people want to talk about this. Yep, hello. That was not the comment, but thank you, Zilla. You better do something to be able to keep up with me. I think he's talking about Omen Black, but
Oh,
by the way,
okay.
Omen's not going into promo wrestling. Unfortunately, he's not. Yeah, you'll be inducted. I'm sure I'll put you in. Also here, Kron, you're stupid. Okay, thank you for that. Who else we got here? Taylor, caps locks, definitely that was good. So are we here to stay though, full time in TPW? We're gonna see you every week in promo rattles, or what's the? I'm sure you're getting asked a lot about that now, right? People are asking you, a lot about TPW.
I don't know, honestly. I guess we're gonna see after the judging of this matchup.
So, well, all
And
right.
to me,
Well,
it's
I'm going to ask you that question. You did talk about your last appearance. You didn't know if you won or lost. You had some questions about it. But if you win or lose this match, does that dictate whether you return to TPW, for more
oh,
matches, or does that matter?
not really. No. See, I was different. I had a different mindset 4 years ago, 3 years ago,
Mhm.
when I was doing the wrestling with the promo wrestling with judgmentals and stuff like that. So I took it personally because I didn't understand it yet, and I was still learning it. And I sat there and thought that I put in more effort than another person, and when they beat me, and it's not just one guy, because I know
Okay.
it's going to be Anthony saying it was him, but no, not
Yeah,
him. There's
he'll be
other
here. He'll
people.
be here.
There's other people I've been against who barely did a thing, and I put in all this energy and emotion, and I had my opinion about how like promo wrestling is. Judges for promo, I see it as biased, and the judges will pick their favorites. Is the way I seen it. But I'm to a point now. I'm a little bit older. I'm more clear mindset. I'm really just in it for the fun and for the judging. I don't care if I lose. I want to make sure that if I can bring out the best in my opponent, just like I am in the ring, if I could bring out the best in the guy to give me that energy, like he came out 100 miles an hour with me,
He's the
and
he's the
that
TPW champion. Wouldn't you expect anything?
right. I
Nothing
wouldn't
less,
expect
right?
anything less, right? But I've seen world champions who come after me who there was no believability. But Nathaniel, like I said, not blowing smoke, but he's very, very believable for a character.
Yeah.
And that's why I got
He's
excited for
carved
it.
out a nice lane for himself with
Yeah.
what he does in these promos. Again, I'm not an expert at it, but what he does, I think, is really different. I mean,
Yeah.
have you got a chance to speak to a lot of the TPW roster, this generation of TPW talent in your returns, or you're just feeling your way through the roster?
Well, I don't know the roster at all, hardly, but I
Well,
have
Remy
met a
Roberts,
few of them.
I'm sure you know Remy because Remy was just on
Yeah,
here.
I've met a few of them in a live chat that we did, and we were doing they were doing some sparring and wanted me to judge them, and I gave them my honest opinion, cutthroat, unbiased. I called it right down the middle and gave them my opinion. I
Mhm.
told them what they did good and what they did bad for both of them to make it fair, because that's the way that I would judge. And they loved that, so I mean it went good. And then all of a sudden I got booked against him, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna have to see what I could do. But I'm gonna say this real quick. Before I met Nathaniel, I was told I'm gonna be in a match against him.
Mhm.
I never seen any of his stuff when he was on Sportswire. No offense to him, I didn't watch.
It was
I
4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, that probably was a
I
reason why.
I didn't get my hopes up and expect too much from him. I was just like, I'll just see what he says. I'll feed off of it. When I watched, it's one of those moments. It's very rare that you get that moment. I'm sitting there watching the promo. I'm expecting to be bored because it happens, but I was like glued to the screen of what he was saying, and I started like it was like on the edge of my seat, like, wow, this is something.
No, his stuff is like
This
you
is
drop
awesome.
your stuff and you watch it. It's believable. And thank you, best in the world,
Yes.
for tuning in.
So it excited me, and I instantly had a thought in my head of what I'd like to say with him and what I want to bring to the table, and matched his energy. And I tried something different all at the same time. So it was kind of like I'm going out on a branch here to try something different, because 90% of the people that know me know that I'm really aggressive and very stone coldish. Because I'll
It
get right
wasn't
to the
like that
point.
in
I'm gonna
that
kick your
promo. That
ass.
promo wasn't Stone Cold
Right.
97. It wasn't.
That
It wasn't
was
that.
that was 100% organic and just me being. I was thinking Nemesis. I'm supposed to be an unstoppable force. Let's try something different. That's it. It's like reinventing yourself in a way. I'm
Yeah.
just playing with it, testing the waters, but I felt it naturally and just
Natural
talked.
selection. Did you naturally selected me that way? Or nah, you don't want
Yeah,
to bring
there's a
that
little nod there, a little, little nod. So I did
in.
it, and it's gotten a good feedback. So
It has. It's done really well. And James Book House of Wolves versus Natural Selection. That's up to Rocky. It's TPW. But yeah, I agree. This was a great opponent for you. This was definitely a great opponent for
yeah,
you.
yep.
Definitely. I mean, I hope to see you more in TPW. I think we get a lot of the
Who
TPW
knows?
guys on here.
If they want me, and I mean,
Oh,
it's
Rocky's gonna definitely want you. He's gonna want you every week. He's gonna be like James for you. He wants you every week because he knows on Sportswire we're talking TPW every day. I mean, I'll do tonight's show with Sportswire every day if James is in TPW. I mean, that's almost like great. Well, I can't do every day. We have Randy
no,
Jackson of
of
Zebra
course
next
not.
Friday. We can't.
Yeah.
No, I can't delay him. But
If I do start doing it more while I'm
yeah,
doing all my other stuff that I normally do, this isn't going to take me from doing wrestling matches. I'm still going to be doing all that, but and ROEW is where most of my attention is right now. But if me getting into this and I share it with my community, everybody that normally knows me, if I can get them to branch a little bit into it, if they want practice with any of their or sharpen their mic skills, this is a place to come to and try it because it's something different and it's I mean it's not it
Now,
wouldn't hurt you.
will you give Anthony like tips?
Huh?
Will you give Anthony Steele?
Yeah, I'll coach Anthony. I'll coach Anthony. He needs some coaching. And if he's
So you
if he's
coach
sitting there,
No,
if
seriously.
he's foaming, if he's foaming at the mouth, go ahead and bring his sorry ass on here because I know
Wait
he's
a
got
minute.
a lot of things
Now,
to
how
talk
could you
about.
be so sure?
Because I know I can feel it. I know he's backstage or something, and he's just sitting there doing this thing. He's probably got his dumb glasses on. He's ready to go. Anthony, I tell you what, I'm right here and I'm waiting.
What up, James? How you doing, buddy?
Man, I told you he had his stupid glasses on, ready to go.
Hey, look,
I
man.
know him like a bag of chips. I mean, come on.
Look. First of all, I don't need fucking help. Second of all, let's
I'll coach you,
Wait a
kid. I'll
minute.
coach
Wait a
yeah,
you.
minute.
you'll suck a
Anthony,
dick.
wait. Did you shave? Why? Did you shave? Why did you shave?
Because I wanted to.
But that's not what you do.
That is what I do.
No. So, you have a fan here. Is this a fan still?
What's good, Caleb?
Okay. Boy, I mean, what brings you here to end the show? What brings you here?
I mean, look, James. I don't need coaching. I don't need your fucking help.
What was your opinion on the match, the hype promos?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
So why the fuck
right.
are you here?
Because say my name and I appear.
You've had your name appear for like 45 minutes, and you could have showed up before. Actually, you actually did ask for
I look. Sometimes you gotta let it anticipate. All right, let people anticipate.
Baby-faced bullshit spreader, according to Remy Roberts.
Hey, look, it's all right. Hey, bullshit spreading. I call it acknowledging the truth publicly.
At least you're not a COVID spreader. At least you're not a novel virus spreader or whatever.
So, but it's all right. It's all right. Like,
yeah.
look, some people need to be outed. Ain't that right, James?
You got a promo. Anthony,
I mean,
you have promo wrestling coming up here as well. You've got a big showdown with Sloth Jam Williams, and
that already happened.
Oh, I thought you were with him this week.
No, that happened last week.
It is? Who are you wrestling this week again?
Oh, I'm in a 3-on-3.
You are? Well,
yeah.
You ready to? How you
doing? A little late. You're a little late, boss.
I'm late on a lot of things. Sorry, constituent service. But we'll put the match promo up. So 3-on-3. I mean, you leaving the House of Wolves?
No. Those are my boys. What are you talking about?
Well, wrong one. I was going to put the match card up here while we talk about this. But, okay, so what can we expect here while I put your promo up here?
Expect from me a promo?
Your matchup coming this week. Going to promote it. Hello.
I'm gonna make people hate me.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna make people hate me. That's my goal. That's my goal. Is I'm gonna make people.
They don't hate you. They have an interesting relationship with you. They don't.
No, I'm gonna make people hate me. I'm gonna make that fat ass B Smooth hate me. I'm gonna make that dumbass fucking fiend wannabe Lucifer hate me.
I got the match. You're right, Anthony. I did see the match card. I actually did mess this one up. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna make dumbass fucking anemic Titus fucking hate me.
Well, Titus has wanted a match with you for like 3 months now. Now he's getting you in some form of action.
Exactly, and I'm gonna smack the fucking taste out of his mouth.
Well, you better win here, basically, from your vantage.
But I know my partners and me and my partners, one of them, me and him got a lot of history together. The other one is just learning who I am, and I'm just learning who he is. But I've seen what he's capable of. I've heard what he can do. So therefore, I already know this is an easy dub, bro.
No, it's not
easy dub.
Well, remember the one with Lena Limbo where you forgot to put the promo up?
And look. That's on me. That one's on me.
Lena's gonna talk up. By the way, you should make sure yourself. Well, actually, you're gonna be wrestling in Palo maybe after the show. But Lyra's gonna be here on the 22nd of March talking about that victory.
Congrats.
How is it now for you that you have competition in TPW? James is back, and it's like old times again.
Yeah. James, I'm gonna be honest. I did watch your promo. I also commented. I
Of course
commented on
you
it.
did.
I commented on it. You, but you made one mistake in your promo. You said no one can ever get rid of you. I'm the reason why you walked out of fucking promo wrestling on Instagram, and don't make me do it fucking again.
Actually, James said you were going to say exactly that when you were coming on
Ex-
this. To be fair,
Exactly. I mean, I
James,
said it already.
but
I
James
said
is
it
saying it's
already.
not true. But no.
How's it
James
not
said
true? I have like all the OGs that are still in TPW can verify it, dude.
James is back though in
Dude,
TPW.
you lost a match to me when I was a rookie. When I was a rookie, James, and you lost, and you hated the match judgment, and you left.
But
You
he's
left.
back.
That's what I said. I'm not denying it. Yeah, but that's not why I left. That was the final straw that
Mm.
made me leave. I was going through other stuff
Oh,
with
that
the
was
MVP bullshit.
that's what broke the camel's back, right?
That's what broke the fucking camel's back. And look, made friends with you, didn't I? You
Now,
fucking
Anthony, what
bastard.
did you
You're
think
right. You're
of
right. That's my best friend right there. What y'all don't know, that's my best fucking friend right there.
You know what, Anthony? What did you think of the Nathaniel Rage line about James being a grandfather?
He ain't got no kids. That
I
his,
actually,
that
I would have an answer.
from what I've heard, that dick is trash. He ain't got no kids.
What I would add,
What the fuck?
I could actually say he could be a grandfather of pets. Maybe he's a pet granddad. I don't know.
I mean, some fat ass fucking cats,
Well, maybe. I mean, they eat meat. Well, they gotta eat, I guess.
bro. They eat too much. They
No,
eat too much.
you like to enjoy yourself. You like
Oh
the
yeah, oh yeah. But see, the difference is, I can go to a gym. That cat literally eats and eats and eats, and then sits on the couch like he pays rent or something. We're talking about your fat ass cats.
Boy, tonight we should do the Tonight Show.
Anthony, you just can't stand the fact that I look better than you and I'm twice your age.
Yeah, no, you don't look better than me by a long shot, old man. Calm down.
100%. I promise you I do.
No, you and partially try to do the same thing. You think cutting your hair
No,
to a certain
Parsley don't
style
even
makes you look
count.
younger.
Parsley just look. He's dumb. He's dumb.
Wait, is
Motherfucker
Parsley?
looks like rip off of movie stars all the time.
You can only change the future. Thank you, Rocky. Thank you for that. Let's focus on the future, not the past. And
Yeah, Anthony.
Thank you, DG. I didn't realize I did have a reverse Uno card in my
Hey,
pocket.
look, y'all can try to troll me, but I don't give a fuck.
We really weren't trolling you. We were just having.
Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing.
Are you here tomorrow? By the way, are you inviting yourself tomorrow?
Inviting myself to what?
Darkron's here tomorrow for his birthday. You showing up, or you got busy?
I mean, maybe I might.
Busy, you got a promo.
I got some.
Don't show up. Don't show
I
up.
got some plans in Indiana that I gotta go deal with. So if I'm available.
You watching the Pacers game?
Oh, hell no.
What's wrong with the Pacers? They're good this year.
Tell the truth.
I'd have more fun watching James Taylor cut a promo for a half an hour.
Now James Taylor did cut a very good promo against Nathaniel Rage.
My promo got more likes than yours, huh?
I haven't posted a promo yet.
We got the Slot Jam
my
one.
one promo got more likes than probably any of your promos. How about that?
That's what I do. That's what I do.
James.
I think that's a great line. That's what I do. You should be in the Hall of Fame just for that line.
I challenge you, Anthony, to go get yourself a decent haircut this weekend.
No. I think keep the hair. No, I actually think the hair looks okay on you. Don't change the hair. Don't cut your hair.
It looks like he's got like a pumpkin pie haircut.
Say what you want,
Anthony. You know what? I have to say, I did need this evening because Anthony. I was telling James and the chat here tonight. I had constituent service work, and there was a woman that had me on the phone for an hour about double parking. Yeah, that's the life of a. You call me a politician. That's the life. An hour about double parking. Like I could really fix the car of being double parked. But Omen Wade is hiding under your beard. Did his weight go with your beard?
It's okay. It's okay. Parsley.
I'm
We
trying
all
to. Is this the most you've been
Parsley. Like I
close
said, I'm gonna be in Indiana this week, so don't let me find you, and I'll beat your ass in the fucking parking lot like Soldier GP and Omen did.
to- Do you know? Wait. Do you know where he lives?
Oh, I know where he lives.
You do?
Yeah, I know where he lives.
So are you? Wait a minute. So you're not going there to watch a Pacers game? You're going to knock on this guy's door?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna travel to Alabama and go knock on his door.
But that's
Wait,
what
my
happened.
bad, my bad, my bad. I'm gonna
That's
ring
what
his ring
happened with
doorbell.
Joe Star and Tyson Spade, and those guys went to jail. Don't do this. Don't go to Indiana to knock on Justin Parsley's door to go to jail. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Leave Justin Parsley alone, okay?
Leave him alone.
He is your king of Palo, okay?
He ain't my king of shit. I'm
He
not
is,
from.
he won the king
I'm
of
not.
Palo. He
I'm
won
not
it.
from. I'm not from Palo. I'm from Springfield, Illinois.
But he won it though, and you're going to be there.
I'm from Springfield, Illinois. He ain't my king. I just travel there. They pay me
Justin
well.
Parsley is the savior of IMF, so you need to respect him.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
And
The
he's
person that was
waiting for
supposed to
you.
save IMF.
Wait a minute. And Mr. Parsley must live next to an alley because he's waiting for you in an alley.
I
Right
believe.
All right, let's go, buddy. Let's go.
I mean, Justin
Still-
Parsley.
Are there any? By the way, that's a good question. Thank you, Justin. Are there any double parked cars where you are right now? Where are you actually? Are you like in Indiana now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm doing my own thing.
He's
You know, I like the element of surprise.
because he's a sad puppy.
You're an, Anthony. You always come with these interesting things to say.
I'm an interesting person.
And also, leave Parsley alone and let him garnish dishes. It's a clever
Yeah,
line.
exactly. Wait, what?
Garnish dishes.
Yeah,
But
Parsley.
James, when are we gonna stop fighting against each other and actually start working together? Because you see the same vision I do.
You know, that is a damn good question. I mean, as much as we don't like each other, I think we'd be probably unstoppable as a tag team.
I think
You're
I
right.
think you guys should be tag teaming against each
You're
other.
right. You're right. Why? I
Anthony,
heard
now,
your.
what
I
do you
heard your
think about
thing.
this? How
I
about
heard-
you and Nathaniel Rage versus Sloth Jam Williams?
Bro,
and
why
James
the fuck
Taylor?
would I team with Nathaniel Rage? Why? See, right now, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. So that means James is my friend in this situation.
This is why you should do it, because you want Nathaniel Rage. He wants you. But what better way to show?
I'm
the
sorry,
tag-
but I'm off the market and I don't swing that way. He can't have me.
No, he's married, Anthony. He's married, but he's also got the TPW championship, which
See,
you want.
and that's
What
the
better way
that's
to
the funny thing is, like I said, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. I want what he has, therefore he is then my enemy, and the enemy that is also facing him this week is James Taylor. So why don't we do James Taylor and Anthony Steele versus Sloth Jam Williams and Nathaniel Rage? Because I would never team with any cult
But
member ever in my
Nathaniel Rage
life.
is never going to team with Sloth Jam Williams. He's with the
Well,
cult.
Why do you want to go after Nathaniel Rage, Anthony? Because I'm curious. I'm still learning. All I know is
Because I'm tired. I'm tired. Hey, look. I'm tired of every fucking lackey that AJ Storm brings into Instagram promo wrestling, thinking that they're better than every fucking body else. Homie, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Nathaniel Rage is not a lackey. He's the
wouldn't
cult. He's got a long history with AJ Storm. It has nothing to do with him.
Hey, I wouldn't underestimate Nathaniel Rage. The guy's he's a beast, and
And you know, I spoke to
now.
Nathaniel about you, Anthony, and he said what you're gonna do in your promos against will be that's Anthony Steele. That's what I do. He said he's already got you scouted out like a fine-tooth comb, that he's combed over all of your promos.
Oh, okay.
That's what he said.
See,
Not
the
me.
funny thing is I love how he's worrying about me so much, but he should have been. He was worrying about me last week, and that's why his cult lost. Like
But he's
that's
still champ, though. He still got the title. So
like
for
that's
him,
the
what
that's
he
the
cares
funny
about.
part. That's the funny part is like his team lost.
Well,
his
he's got
whole cult- his
he's
cult
training
looked-
Killshot and Zach Clark to do better. He's training them to do better.
Yeah, okay. Having them do better is like James Taylor getting a 2025 car and keeping it.
But James Taylor though does have a 2025 car, and James Taylor does have 130,000 followers, and he's going to be back tomorrow on Sportswire Radio when we celebrate Darkron's birthday. While you're going to be who knows where.
I'm gonna be at a bar, getting lit.
Yeah,
in Indiana.
that's your problem. You shouldn't be doing shit like
You
that. You
should be
should
on
be
Hey,
focused.
Sportswire
look. You know, sometimes you gotta
That's
give
the
why
leads,
I'm
unpaid
over.
James.
While
interference.
you're over there playing checkers, I'm playing fucking chess, buddy.
Hey, look. Listen, I got my shit handled, man. That's what y'all don't
You still
understand.
got a trios match to worry about.
You're right.
You're so young and you're so naive. You really think you got
Hey,
everything figured out?
ain't
Okay.
nothing
Hey,
wrong. And ain't nothing
where were
wrong
you?
with having a bad bitch on your dick at the end of the night. Ain't nothing
If
wrong with
you
that.
were so great, where were you the other night when a certain main event was here and talking his trash? You know.
I wasn't allowed to be on here.
Oh.
I
Which
wasn't
one? Now,
allowed.
remind me which day you couldn't be on here.
I don't remember.
Mr. Shit Stain Blaze.
That was when was that again? Remind me.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't tune in.
Oh, you didn't.
I
But everybody else did though. But there was a lot of people who tuned in.
that I mean, of course, everyone has their marks. I mean, James has 137,000 of them. So I
Well,
mean,
would you like that? But wouldn't you like to have 137,000
You telling
followers?
I mean,
me
Like,
if you
hey, look.
you telling me
I
if
give
you
it.
had
Hold on,
that
hold on, hold on, hold
following,
on.
you
James,
wouldn't
I'm
care?
about to give you a compliment. Give me a second. I'm about to give you a compliment. You know, James, here's the difference. James actually works hard to get that following. James
yeah,
actually sits there and puts in the work and shows the effort to get that following.
that's
While
very
Aaron
nice of you
Blaze,
to say.
while Aaron Blaze just sits there and shoves his finger up his ass and thinking that he's the greatest fucking thing to
Well,
wrestling.
I don't think that
Um,
that's very nice to say. That's not
so
nice.
I listen, it is so it is I'm so happy that I didn't watch it. But James, what I will tell you is if you ever meet Aaron Blaze, don't don't do it.
So have
Don't
you met him though? Have you
don't
met
don't
him in
don't
person?
James, the hey look, there's I'm gonna do it in code, James. I'm gonna do it in code, and then you'll know what I mean. There's three ways that you should never do with Aaron Blaze. Um
Did you know?
so
Did you not watch Instagram on Monday? He actually
no,
spoke
I
to
don't.
Comatose and they made peace.
Congratulations.
So
This is one of the
why
favorite
don't you
cookie or
make
brownie
peace?
point.
Would you like to make
Fuck
peace
Aaron
with him?
Blaze. I don't know. Fuck Aaron
Why
Blaze, bro.
not? Have you met him though in person? Have you met him?
No, I have never met him. Don't want to meet him,
What if he
bro.
wanted to meet you in person and wanted to get to know you?
I mean, fuck around and find out. Let's see.
Are you inviting him to where you are this weekend?
Hey Blaze, go hop on a Southwest Airlines and come to Indiana.
No, he's in Pennsylvania. They don't need Southwest to Indiana. I don't
Oh
know.
well, that's hey, he only flies Southwest. That's what I've been told.
Well,
So
it's in the Midwest, but okay, if you say so. I mean, I'm not
that
sure.
I'm going off the details that have been provided to me. So
What's your flight of choice for your airline? What's your
my
airline?
flight is I don't like to fly. I like to drive. I like to be in
You
my
know,
own
I agree with
zone.
you. Actually, I don't fly myself, but then again, you live
I
in
like to drive. You know, I'll say this. Y'all want to hear a good story? I like telling
story
good
time
stories.
and
And
Steel. You know, everybody
it
wants to
was
you
yeah.
say.
You know, outside of here, let's break the fourth wall a little bit. Outside of wrestling, outside of promoing, me and James are really good friends. I
I didn't know that. I thought you guys were
so
more than
like
I say.
me and James are really good friends because we both have the same idea of how wrestling should be.
That was gotta
We
be.
have the same vision of what wrestling should be. And you know, hanging out with James, yeah, we talk our shit. But at the end of the day, like me and James have some like very heart to heart conversation. You know,
We've ate pizza together.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jim Henson, who's the creator of the Muppets and the Teenage Mutant
Hey,
Ninja
that
Turtles.
man, respect him. Respect Jim
but
Henson.
like me and James, like we've sat down, we went out to dinner together. Shit, I'll say this: when we were at Redacted number 2, the last time me and James met in the ring, sat down, bought him and his girl some dinner, made sure
Yeah.
that they were fed. You know,
Now, what did you guys
I'm a
have for
good
dinner?
host.
I think the chat wants to know what did you guys have for
I
dinner?
ordered him one of the best pizzas that Millington, Tennessee can offer, and that shit was actually pretty fun.
It was
Not
That's
gonna lie.
really
cool.
good. It was like a brick oven pizza almost. It was good
Okay.
shit. It was really good.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
So, like, and like the one thing that people don't understand about me and James is even though we argue a lot, Like we are on the same page with a lot of things.
Really?
Like, and it's funny, man. It's really hilarious
I think it's
how
one of the most hilarious Sportswire shows tonight. I've never laughed so
like
hard. Continue.
like me and James, if me and James put our minds together and actually like worked as a unit in this industry,
Yeah.
dude, there would be a lot of people that would hate me and James a lot more than they already do.
But I think that maybe in TPW, you guys should maybe think about having a chat with each other, maybe having a promo match, or I still say it should be you, Anthony Steele, with Nathaniel Riggs and
Maybe,
James Taylor
hey,
and
hey,
Sledgehammer
James,
Williams.
I did hear that Lucifer and Devin Adams were the tag team champions again. And I did hear that they've wiped out the entire tag team division by themselves.
But you don't want to go against Devin Adams. It's too,
So,
you don't
the
want to do
God fucking busts Devin Adams in his mouth all day.
Well, no, I mean, he's becoming a father. He needs, get ready for
Hey,
being a dad.
congratulations, homeboy. I can stick a dick in a girl too and fucking create one.
Jeez.
I mean, do you think that you'll be invited to the baby shower with Devin
I
Adams?
don't give a fuck about. I ain't bringing no gift to Devin Adams.
You don't
You
have
ain't
to in
going
a
there for
baby
his baby
shower.
shower?
Fuck no, I ain't going to his fucking baby shower.
What if he invites you? He might want to invite you.
He ain't gonna invite me to shit. The only thing that I'm gonna give him an invite to is a fucking grade A ass whooping. What
That's
he
not.
needs.
But well, we'll have to. That's up to Rocky to book the match.
But James, hear me out,
What?
man.
What?
Hear me out, man.
I'm
One,
listening.
one. Let's go. Let's do it one time for the people. Let's
What?
show the world what James Taylor and Anthony Steele can actually do as a unit.
What are you talking about? Tag team?
Tag team.
In promoing or the ring?
Well, we can
Promotion.
negotiate. We can negotiate in ring, but promoing right now. We can do it.
That's up to Rocky, though. That's up to Rocky. That's Rocky's call.
Yeah, that
Like,
ain't my call, Jack.
just think of it. Anthony Steele and James Taylor, two of
Yeah,
the most
you'll
historic
go in
icons in
there.
pro wrestling.
You'll go in there, run your mouth. You're gonna do whatever you're gonna do. You're gonna tag me, and I'm about to go in and clean up your mess. That's what's gonna happen,
See,
right?
no, what it is we're gonna work as a unit, man. That's the thing,
Okay,
working as a
okay.
unit.
You don't really
Then
work much as a unit,
Look,
though.
here's the funny thing is what people don't realize is when you work with someone so much, you build chemistry with
But
that
you've worked
person.
against him so much, though, these years.
Exactly. So I know James just as much as James knows me.
Do
So
you know? You never let him talk most of the
with the
time.
knowledge of how he works and with the knowledge of how I work, dude, me and you could feed off of each other so well.
But you were supposed to be in a tag team with Justin Parsley, and you guys never actually teamed together. Will you
Hey,
guys?
we're the great. Hey, I will still say this: greatest tag team to never fucking appear in a ring together. Greatest tag team, undefeated. Um,
Technically, you're not wrong. You're not
well,
wrong.
just why didn't you let me just stunt the shit out of Justin and get the 1, 2, 3 instead of putting your grubby hand around my neck that night?
That's true too.
I mean,
like I
that could have
said,
been the
I had
start of
to.
a beautiful
What I
relationship.
told you, from what I told you, what I told the world is I had a plan. I knew the Parsley and Soldier were working together, so
You did. Good point.
I had to make Parsley think that I was the same guy that I was at Summer Bash last year that was going to help him retain his title. And see, I let him let his guard down. And the moment he let his guard down is when I showed Justin Parsley who Anthony Steele truly is when I kicked him in his fucking mouth.
Well, how about Justin and Justin versus Anthony and James in a promo wrestling faction? That would be pretty funny.
Hey, listen, I don't want to put you on hush
Well,
mode again, where you look at the camera and be like,
Dakota wanted to say hi.
pow, just like that.
Wow, Anthony.
here's the
People,
funny thing is like,
I think we should just let you guys maybe. I still think one more time in promo wrestling, it should be Anthony Steele and James Taylor. I think Rocky wants it.
Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Well,
What do you say, James?
what do I
What do you
say?
say?
I say Ezekiel 25:17. The
Oh, wow.
path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of charity and good, will shepherd the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children.
I didn't know you were religious, man.
I
That's a good thing,
Do you know
man.
how the rest of
I
it
did
goes?
somebody
And I
steal my
will
notes?
strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
You're right, James. And you know what else the Bible said? God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And let's light up this fucking tag team division.
Hey, I don't book it, so if it gets
It's
booked,
up to Rocky. It's
I'll work with
Rocky's
you.
call. It's Rocky's
They
call.
if they book it and it's me and you on the card as partners for a night, then so be it. Just don't cross me, and we'll be all right.
Hey, like I told you,
You
I'm working
stay in
as a
your
unit.
lane. I'm gonna stay in mine, and we're gonna get the job done together.
Exactly. That's that. We have one mission, and that is to win.
Yes, it is, Mr. Justin
Yeah,
Parsons. You're
and
looking the
also,
guy right there.
Anthony, if
So
you go to Indiana, I hope you. I'm going to reiterate it. I hope you don't knock on this man's door and tried what Tyson Spade and Joe Starr did to each other here on
you're
Sports.
right. But see, that's the difference. I'm not gonna knock on his door. I'm gonna kick that bitch the fuck in. And I'm gonna drag him outside.
He's got kids. He's got a family.
Oh well. Oh
Aren't you?
well.
You are that cold-hearted.
I'm gonna beat him like his parents should have a long time ago. Maybe he wouldn't be such a sleaze bag.
He's a real one, not a sleaze bag. That's a different wrestler that will come.
Nah. He's part sleaze. He's a sleazy
Hey,
man.
See,
Parsley's all about the
you are a
movies. He
sick
just said
man.
it.
He's
He
got a
wa-
family. Exactly. Thank you, Kyle. He's got a family. And yeah, Pulp Fiction's a great movie. My uncle has the actual original poster of it framed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman? With Uma Thurman
Well,
on it?
he had a lot of
But
he dreams about Uma Thurman 30 years ago, but he's got a lot of books.
James,
Oh, I
I'm gonna
know
give
some
you.
things.
I'm gonna show respect to you. I'm gonna let
You
you in the
should.
show. I'm gonna let you in the show, but I'm gonna leave you with this.
Okay.
Think on it, dream on it, and let's
I
make
don't
it
know
come
about
true.
dreaming on it.
Dreaming on it,
I
dream
think you
on it,
should go back to facial hair, Anthony.
because James Taylor and Anthony Steele, they've seen what we can do against each other. Let's finally show the world what we can do aligned with each other.
But well, you know what? You make some good points. Actually, you make some interesting points.
So, James, I bid you
I feel
adieu.
better. And thank you.
Um, and when you think of an answer, um,
Bring on Parsley. Does he want to come
give
on?
me a call,
Well,
and let's make it a reality,
you
man.
want me to give you his
Let's
phone
speak it
number?
into
I can give it to
existence.
you. You want his
Let's
phone
speak.
number?
Let's
He's
speak it into
who?
existence, James.
Bring it into ask Rocky. I'm for it. If he puts it together, then let's do it. But right now, this week, I'm focusing on Nathaniel Rage, and I'm going to kick his ass. And when I get awarded to become a #1 contender one day, don't be crying if we're tag partners and all of a sudden I'm the world champion and you're not. Okay? But don't double
Yeah,
cross
no.
me. I'll drop you just like that.
Thank you,
All
Anthony.
right.
Maybe we'll see you tomorrow or today. And he left. So I guess we'll obviously end the show there. But wait a minute, before we do that though, Anthony Steele, right, in one of his most entertaining appearances on Sportswire, actually proposed teaming with you after 4 years of this back and forth.
I
The
guess
war-
it's because I beat his ass so many times I can't even count it on my own fingers. So he's had enough of James Taylor, so he knows the only way I'm going to be able to do anything is to join forces with him because he's the right one. I don't know.
So what do you think though? Are you buying it? Is it true?
I'm a lone wolf. I've been a lone wolf. I'll do a tag match. I have no problem doing a tag match, but all he's got to do is just do his job. If we're a tag team and we have to be a tag team for whatever reason, He stays in his lane. I'm gonna stay in mine. He gets in my way. I'm gonna knock his ass out, just like I've done every
And
time
what do you
I've
think
done
about
before.
Anthony on his way to Indiana? I hope he's not knocking on Justin Parsley's door. That man has a family. I mean, I know some guys don't like each other on here,
Well,
but that man has a family.
if Justin Parsley would quit being a smartass to me and respect me, come on here and tell me he respects me, that I could give him some advice on one Anthony
But
Steele.
you know what? He's had problems with Omen Black and Ox McCoy. Maybe he should have had problems with them too.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
You sure? That guy, man. I tell you what. I hope for his family's sake that Anthony doesn't come over and
I mean,
beat
but
him up.
maybe Anthony needs to get. I know he wants to join forces with me all of a sudden, but it's a little fishy. I think he's wanting to use me to springboard to get to where he wants to go, or he's got no other options. If anything, he should go to his brethren, Omen
I don't think
Black.
Anthony has too many allies in TPW. I think he's going into a different environment. I don't know if Anthony's got too many friends in TPW. Don't you agree?
Maybe that might be the problem.
Maybe Anthony's days in TPW are numbered, not yours.
I just got back, and I'm just here to have fun and tell a story.
He don't want to
That's
have
exactly
fun.
what
He's
I'm
Anthony
doing.
Steele. He does things his way. That's what I do. We're going to close the show in a few minutes, but I do have somebody that does, want to say something to you. It's not Anthony Steele because he came on here. Yeah, Zilla's not coming on. Yeah, you for a few minutes. Because you're a popular topic right now. You got a big crowd. Big crowd tonight.
In this community, I have the aura. I have
You
that
do.
aura that people just gravitate to for some reason. What did I do?
Well, you don't think Anthony has that aura?
He's like a bug zapper. They just back off,
He looks like he could be somebody that actually is an exterminator.
Probably. But go ahead and bring him on. I don't care who is it. Please
We'll
don't tell me
wait.
it's Jason.
We'll wait. No, Jason's focused on tomorrow.
He needs to focus. He needs to focus
Well,
on
I'm going to
Golden
certainly.
Glory.
I think Jason's very focused on tomorrow, and I think that Natural Selection is coming to Sportswire Radio to go into the Hall of Fame. I wouldn't necessarily say that he's not. I think he's in the prime position of his career.
So let me ask you, since we originally have been talking about TPW, Mr. Tom Bryce,
That's my name.
You gave your apparently. So you gave your opinion on you gave your critiqued my promo.
Yes.
How do you like that approach, that direction of James Taylor? Because I was testing it out. Your opinion, do you like that approach? Do you think James should still keep going that way, or what's your thought?
I think go with your gut. You always got to go with your gut in life. Go with your gut. Go with what you feel. It should be what your gut feels.
I don't like this line right here. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't do that on Sportswire. We want to see you here.
No, of course not.
But I think you should go with your gut. Go with what you feel. And I think tonight people reacted very positively toward it. But I would say go with your gut. I always say that your gut, when the minute you go against your gut, that's when you're going to lose. So,
ladies and gentlemen, and Mr. Tom Bryce here on Sportswire in the chat, lay out a little comment. Do you think James Taylor should team up with Anthony Steele? Do you think James Taylor should trust Anthony Steele? I'm curious to know what the people think.
Do you remember the original Batman movie, 1989, where there's the segment
the best one.
Where Jack Nicholson goes, hubba, 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 who do you trust? Trust. It's like
James hubba, who do you trust?
Now there's a fan
giving away free money, but where is the Batman?
Somebody's giving away my money, right?
His tights.
Somebody's giving away my money, but there is somebody that does want to say hello to you, and they are obviously not a fan like this guy is. The IMF fan. That's the IMF fan.
Small cunt.
Yeah, that's the IMF fan. That's the guy that Ox McCoy had problems with.
I'm a really big fan of Shrek. I like Lord Farquaad.
Well, you know what? Speaking of people, it's not Zach Clark, but it's. Wait a minute! I thought this was Omen Black. I thought it was Soldier GP. It was Justin Parsley.
No, Omen Black hasn't lost that much weight. Hold on, take it easy.
Hey,
how you doing,
Sarah?
James Taylor?
Where's Sarah at?
Stop that. Stop
Wait,
referring to me as other
Did you do your
celebrities
job?
when I'm making it as the first Justin Parsley. Quit calling me Kyle Reese. Quit
Wait a
calling me
minute.
Ned
Wait, I
Flanders.
think I know what's going on here. James, did you steal his liner notes for his Jeopardy hosting gig?
I don't know, but I'm really, really concerned of him wearing that shirt and having the Soldier GP titty juice all over it. I'm curious to know if it's hurting him.
It's easier to carry the championship around this way. It's a lot lighter when it's built in like
You
that.
look a lot lighter than Anthony
100%
Steele
cotton.
was. A
Championship.
lot lighter than Anthony Steele. Whatever you do, though, lock the doors tomorrow to your house just in case Anthony Steele does knock on your door because
We don't do that around these parts. I
You
don't
don't?
lock the door. No, not around here. No.
that's why you guys must be carrying, right? You guys have like weapons and like guns.
No,
and-
you know, yeah, you know the Second Amendment, how we're into
Yeah,
that.
not in my city. We don't have a. We don't. We're not. We could be like on death's door. They wouldn't allow us to pack.
I bet if you ask Heshi, he gets it. But
No,
I came on.
Heshi
What?
is
No.
actually not. He does not carry a weapon on him. But I'll leave that to a different show for a different time. But what brings you here?
Well, I came on here to let James Taylor know how much I respect him and appreciate him, and to see what advice maybe he had for me in exchange for that respect.
I got you, kid. I
A little bit
mean,
younger.
technically you're a little bit younger, so
A little bit
you're a
younger
kid
than you,
in my
yeah.
book. But before I answer your question, would you so graciously answer mine? And just like I wanted to know of what the chat thinks, should James Taylor trust and join forces with Anthony Steele, or should I just say hell no? What's your opinion, Mr. Parsley? You are the champion of the world.
Sure, yeah.
PWF.
At least the PWF, yeah. So
Yeah.
I think you were there
Tom,
for.
I really think that when
Yes, sir.
Justin talks, I everything's great because he is the champion of PWF.
I'm 1/3 of it.
Arnold
I'm
Schwarzenegger was really good in Terminator 1. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
I'll be back. You get that?
Spring water's good for you.
Get
Try
that.
it out, kid. Go ahead. I'm kidding. Here,
That's
watch
pretty-
this.
I
What
think
is?
everyone-
Oh, you're done talking. Okay, so Anthony
think
Steele. I
everyone
think that
looks like-
Anthony Steele's reputation speaks for itself. I think it precedes who he is as a person. Like we all know who Anthony Steele is. You can't trust him. Is he good in the ring? Absolutely. So that's the plus side in teaming with Anthony Steele, is that there's a chance that you might come out victorious. The downfall is, when will he turn on you?
Win. Not a matter of if, but when.
All right.
And I haven't even teamed with him once. I'm in the Hall of Fame for it, but I haven't even teamed with him, and I know this. I've learned.
Remy Roberts said you should not join Anthony Steele. He basically said, "Don't do it."
Golly, you get a lot of hate already. All right. So what advice are you looking for? What can I do for you?
You're the one who said you had advice if you got the respect, if you heard that I respected you. So I came on here to let you know that I totally respect you,
Okay.
more than I respect almost more than I respect myself for sure.
I
But
mean, you don't have,
I
you don't
wanna
have to
know what-
patronize me, but I appreciate it.
Are we forgetting what happened in Iowa between you two guys? Like,
I mean, I think when I stunned his ass, it knocked him loopy. But hey, I mean,
but he
could have
pinned
got
you
Jacob
though.
Baby
He won.
syndrome
He won
from
the
it.
match though.
Well, I think when I pinned James Taylor that I earned his respect. So now I'm here to get the respect that is owed to me and this advice. So what's your advice, Grandpa?
Well, son, you should definitely keep your nose open and keep your eyes peeled, because I mean you can't miss them. You see anybody walking around at night with glasses on, I mean, clearly.
Would you ever hit a
So-
man with glasses, James?
I would in a heartbeat.
Especially sunglasses.
Well, Anthony's got glasses. Dun, dun, dun.
I'd hit, yeah, but I mean, the next time you're in Palo, and congratulations, King of Palo. Yes, that's great. That's great. Would have been a different story if I was in that match, but hey, it is what it is. Never say never, kid. So, but beside the point, the next time you're in Palo and Mr. Steele's in Palo, I'd jump the gun before he would. I would do unto others before they do unto you.
That sounds like some solid advice, Mr. Taylor.
Yes, sir. I mean, you got championship gold, and it probably weighs at least 8 to 10 pounds. I mean, that
Moving
could be
on.
a hell of a, you know, thing to use. I mean, I don't know. So,
Okay, I see where we're going here. Well,
what are
always
you
a pleasure
talking
to
about,
talk to you and
Omen?
catch up with you. What's this? What's Omen saying? What's Omen saying? I thought we were all friends, man. See, Omen's weird. Omen's so weird these days. You don't see it, Tom? You don't.
It's. I know what it is. Partially, it's
What
those
is it?
Jeffrey Dahmer glasses he wears.
So if he just took those off, then it might
If he
fix it.
took those off like he did before he turned, I think he would be okay. But I mean, I don't know. I like Omen Black, but he's kind of. I don't know.
Maybe it's the people that he feels turned on him. I don't know.
I mean, I almost did him a favor by taking out Soldier. You should have just let me, Parsley, and I would have took the title home. You wouldn't have had to worry about it holding your shoulder down anymore. It would have been no problem for me. But you got
Yeah,
in the way.
but well, you were laying there. What about this? Like, what if I go to war against Omen? Like this.
Why do you?
Where
You
did
know
you
what?
even-
My bad.
I-
My bad.
I
I know
think
what happened. I
You
know what
look like
happened
one
now.
of the guys from the Goldberg show. That's what you look like there with the glasses. Take the glasses off. Take those
I
glasses
know what
off.
happened that night, Parsley. I know what
Yeah.
happened, Mr. Flanders. I know what happened. So I stunned you, and then Anthony got it. Well, I stunned you, went for the pin. Soldier came in with his slimy ass, and then he randomly hit me with his dumbass stunner, and I fell down. And I guess after you went and did what you did, you just tripped and fell on top of both of us. And before I realized it, 3 count happened. It wasn't your fault to pin me. I know you meant to just pin him, but hey, I forgive you this time.
I hit a real epic move, which some people call a code breaker, and then yeah, your lifeless body was laying there too. So I just draped an arm over each of you. Lucky me, I got to pin James Taylor and Soldier GP at the same time in the same night.
What's interesting, though, I'd like to know respectfully, sir, because I know Zilla's watching, and everybody else. Humor me, please. Don't patronize me. And wipe that stupid look off your face.
It's
You've
just the
been
way I
hit by
look.
Soldier. You've been hit by Soldier GP stunner, and then you've been hit by the best stunner in the world to that with me. So, which one do you think that you're more scared of now?
I really don't want to be caught in either one, but how about that cell? Huh? Are we not going to talk about the cell? Because that's half the stunner right there.
I think mine's the winner. What do you think, Tom?
I'm gonna say that
What does Zilla
everybody's
say?
well.
Zilla
That's a
says,
great.
yeah, 100%.
Well,
You?
I'm gonna say that everybody's got great finishing moves.
Don't they? And glasses.
But hey, you know what? I was surprised you picked me up. You hit me with the code breaker. I mean, I don't even know why we're still talking about this triple threat match. You know, I'm a little bit heated about it sometimes, but you know what? It's a match in the books. It was a great thing. But I think really what people want to see is right here.
Yeah,
One-on-one.
you do. I put in promo wrestling in TPW.
No, they don't have to be promo because I destroy him promo, but in the ring,
No, that's not
it'd be
true.
competitive.
No,
It'd be a competitive.
He's the hall monitor. The hall monitor just all of a sudden burst in here, and yet he's got to come in here. Yet he has to come in because
They were chanting my name in the comments. I don't know.
Yeah,
What is
ending in 6 minutes.
I have been avoiding his phone
Right.
calls all day. You're just gonna put me on a live stream with him like this?
Yeah.
Well, he comes in. He's got the link already. What am I to do? If it's not,
You leave him in the green room. You leave him in the green room.
No, he
There's
left
catering.
Period. He left period and decided to come out, and something tells
What
me
up,
he's
Parsley?
What do you want, Wolf?
How you doing? How you doing, buddy?
I was
That was Johnny Walker yesterday.
still
That's
here?
how Johnny Walker sounded. That's
Hey,
Johnny
What's
Walker.
that guy's problem? I need a
Parsley.
drink. What?
Parsley. I'm here. I'm here to give you an offer, man.
What is with you and giving everybody offers? Can you just stop?
Hey. You gotta understand, man. I'm a giving man. I'm a caring man. I'm a forgiving man.
You are?
And I forgive you for siding with Soldier GT.
You do?
I forgive you
I
for
really
choosing the wrong side. You know the real deals, man. You can't forget about it. Inducted in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame.
don't listen to him, Parsley. Don't listen
But
to him,
parsley,
boss.
parsley. You can't forget the dude that actually helped you with stuff.
Oh, crap, it's Andy Kaufman.
You can't forget what we did, what I did for you.
Talking about for this at
And
Summer Bash.
yeah. And you see, I feel like if you join the house and you open your eyes,
No.
if you join the house and you open your eyes,
Time out. No.
we could run IMF together
Yeah,
again.
I think I know where this is going.
I
Even
think we
Owen
could
Black
run.
is like, Anthony, Anthony, shut up.
Well, now I'm a little
Look.
conflicted. I was kind of interested, but then I got
Look,
Daddy
Omen,
saying that I can't even be a
Our
part of your
mission,
fucking club.
our mission is to save everybody.
We have 4 minutes and 45 seconds on this show, so you got 4 minutes.
Parsley,
This is how we're going to end the show.
I have 4 minutes to think about my fate.
Come choose the right side, man. Let's bring back the real deals. Let's show them what we're truly capable of, man.
This is what you came back for.
I don't want to hurt you like I did last time.
Well, I'm glad you don't
You
want to
see
go
that?
to the house and beat him up.
You see when I dropped you to your knees, it was to show you that I needed you to listen.
And by the way, Zilla wants Anthony Steele and James Taylor to work together.
Parsley.
And you're gonna have a 12.
Anthony, last time.
Oh.
Last time.
I see that. I see it.
You were on your back.
Pretty nice ring there. Pretty big. Pretty lofty. What's the ring on yours? I don't see any ring on you, Anthony.
See Parsley.
Damn, Tom.
See Parsley. Look, I started number 1. I went all the way to the end. Me and you, man. See that should mean something. I did the same thing at Summer Bash with you. I held on to the last breathing minute that I could to help you. And guess what? I distracted many people, helped eliminate many people to where you can get the victory. I'm a fighter. You know that. You know that I won't give up until my body has to fully shut down.
So we've got 2.5 minutes. Looks to me like Mr. Parsley's not going to join you, Anthony, on this part, but maybe there's still.
I can always give him an answer by the end of St. Patty's Day Massacre.
Or how about this?
I will give you this if you don't do it.
I actually have a better idea. We're all here next Thursday. The whole IMF roster is here, and we could talk. And Il Drago's here Sunday night, so I am sure some of these same characters will be here.
I will say this, Parsley. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I'm gonna give you under 24 hours. Because in under 24 hours, in under 24 hours, I will show up to your house. And in under 24 hours, I will grab you by your neck and force you.
Anthony, in Indiana, I think they do have concealed carry laws, so this guy might be packing.
Parsley ain't packing. The only thing he's packing is the next girlfriend that he's going to try to bag.
No, this is not New York. He may have a few firearms in his house.
Listen, man. We could give you everything you ever wanted. We could give you everything IMF has.
I think thank you, Anthony, for this enlightening conversation. I mean, James, after this, maybe I would reevaluate tag teaming with Anthony if he's going to talk about these types of things. But who knows? I suppose. But
I got James' address too. If he says no, I know where he lives too.
Well, in his state,
I'll be sitting at the door waiting for you. But
in his state, His state, they might get the whole like town after you. Alabama's not like other places; they'll get the whole town after
No,
you.
Alabama's a
Fuck
bunch
you
of
up in
cousin
the South.
fuckers.
That's not true. No, no,
Um,
no. We love Alabama on Sportswire. I love all 50 states on my platform. No, we
You're
love all.
thinking
come on,
Tennessee and
Parsley.
Mississippi, pal.
Well, you know what? Those are two states I'll reevaluate to some extent. But do you need a real friend, Parsley? I could be at Indiana in 6 hours. Oh, well, you know what? I'll tell you what.
Hey, and the
What I'm
funny thing is, it takes me half the time to get there, so that means
But
I
you know
got
what's
3
even
hours
more
to beat your
funnier?
ass.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to be here in less than 21 hours because Darkron's going to be here in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame once again to celebrate his birthday. And some of these people that are here are going to join me to celebrate the legendary Darkron. And you're out of luck, Anthony, if you're in transit. And good news is Justin Abel Saint's 2 hours away from Chicago, and he can drive down and be a body double. And you know what? This is why we're going to talk about this more when Darkron's here. And the PWF World Champion, the All Wrestling Matters Champion, smacking around Anthony Steele. Anthony, this was not the way to
Good
go
try.
about this. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We're on the number one global radio station that is Sportswire Radio. We're all wrestling matters. Thank you to Remy Roberts. Thank you to Anthony Steele, not once but twice, clean shaven. Thank you to Justin Parsley, not Ned Flanders, and James Taylor. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everyone for tuning in. And we'll be here to celebrate Darkron's birthday. You want to be on the stream? Wish him a happy birthday. Let me know. But until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'll see you. Hit the sub button for IMF, ROEW, PWF. That's just the thing. DKW, Darkron, anybody else, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm the Reverend Tom Bryce, in case you forgot.